What's up, guys? This is Electromagnet. I'm coming to you with a brand new deck profile, and today I wanted to do my electromagnetic deck profile, an Electromagnet Warrior. This deck is a lot of fun to play. It's a really good, cheap deck. At least the main deck is. The choices in the extra deck are a little bit more expensive, but in general, it's really fun to play. If you want to pick up a deck, this is pretty easy to do. You just buy, 3 structure decks and block dragons, and you're pretty set. You don't have to play block dragon either. That's completely up to you, but there's a lot of good tech cards for this deck as well. I mean, there's Doki Doki. I'm not playing it, but I highly consider it. It's actually a very good card. I wish it was level 3, and that's basically why I'm not playing the card, but regardless, this deck is pretty fun, and it's a good locals deck. So, yeah, let's get into this deck profile. So, first, we're playing the Boss Monster, 3 Berserkion. This came out in the structure deck with the Yugi structure deck parallel to the Kaiba structure deck that gave us Buster Dragon, so this is like the parallel to that. Basically, you banish him by banishing 1 Beta, 1 Gamma, and 1... what's it freaking called? Alpha, the Electromagnetic Warrior, from your graveyard, hand, or field, face up, of course, and just special summon him. And then from the graveyard, you can banish 1 Electromagnet Warrior to destroy 1 card your opponent controls. And he floats down really easily. If he's destroyed by battle or destroyed by card effect, you just special summon out your 3, like the Beta, the Alpha, and the Gamma from the banish zone, and basically it's you just get free monsters. So destroying him is a big problem. So you really, and if they strike it, you're just gonna get stuff back, and you can make another one if you have another one in your hand. So if you didn't search through Alpha that turn, then you're gonna get another one. So this card is actually pretty cool. The best way to get rid of it, honestly, is through what's it called? A freaking kaiju. So, yeah. Moving on, 3 Beta, 3 Gamma, and I'm only playing 2 Alpha. So, the reason why I went with this ratio is that Beta's Stratos, Gamma is Marauding Captain. If you know what that means you just special summon a monster from the hand. And then Alpha is kind of like a Stratos, but he's specifically here to search out Berserkion. So, these, this is by far the best one out of the 3, just because it searches out these 2. Gamma lets you set up for Xyz plays, and then Alpha lets you set up for Berserkion. Alpha is probably the worst one, which is why, yeah, it's definitely the worst one, which is why I'm playing 2. Berserkion is searchable in 2 different ways in this deck, and it's through Alpha and Block Dragon. So you really only need 2, and Block Dragon is a much better card. So... oh, and then also, they have a really cool effect where during your opponent's turn, you can tribute them off to special summon a Magnet Warrior for your deck. And we're not playing in the vanillas, but we are playing Delta, which we're playing 3 of that. Delta, Foolish Burial's a Electromagnet Warrior. So if you have an Alpha or something, special summon this out, you get another Electromagnet into the graveyard, which can be pretty useful to set you up for Berserkion. He's basically just here just so you can get that play off. And he's rank 4 fodder, which is pretty cool. Playing 1 Sentry, Soldier of Stone. You only need 1. He's just useful for Xyz plays. That's pretty much it. 3 Gorgonic Gargoyles, same thing. Basically, he just special summons from hand when you normal summon a Rock-type monster. So if you have multiples, it's not that bad. He would be a much better card if he was Earth, though. Unfortunately, he's Dark. And then playing 3 Block Dragon. So most people don't play 3. I am playing 3 just because he's ridiculously good at 3. He's fantastic against Dryden. Basically, when you have him on the field, Rock-type monsters you control cannot be destroyed. I believe by card effects, right? Yeah, except by battle. So he's just really good. And then if he is sent from the field to the graveyard, so even if he's kaiju'd, he still gets this effect. You get to add up to 3 monsters, Rock-type monsters from your deck to your hand, whose total levels equal 8. So he just replaces himself, which is kind of ridiculous. And then you can banish the one in the graveyard, or special summon the one that was sent from the graveyard, because you can do that. And so you can use trade in with him really well. And or you can add Berserkion to your hand if you're ready for a Berserkion play. So Block Dragon's just really, really good. I'm not playing him at any less than 3. And he sets you up for Pot of Acquisitiveness, so that's pretty cool. 2, Gamma Seal, he's level 8, which is really useful, so if you get Kaiju, that's not terrible. It's just not ideal. But Gamma Seal is level 8, so that works well with your level 8s because you can make level 8 plays in this deck, and at the same time, it's the weakest Kaiju, so yeah, obviously. Playing 1 Maxi that we're allowed. And then we are playing the Gem Knight engine. The Brilliant engine, excuse me. So we're playing 1 Lazuli and 1 Lapis. The reason why we're playing these two is because they work together. When you activate Brilliant Fusion, ideally, you want to send these two to the graveyard. Lazuli's effect will kick in, you'll add Lapis back to your hand, and then you'll have a level 3 Rock-type monster in your hand, or you just have 2 Earth Rock-type monsters in your graveyard that you can banish for Block Dragon. So, yeah. Next, 3 Terratop and 1 Takaton Borg. I'm playing this simply because it can get you a negate or destruction. One of the biggest problems this deck can have is stuff like Imperial Order, or obviously against decks that really heavily rely on spells or traps to really get to where they are. So Speedroid Terratop can be a Totem Bird, it can be a Phantom Knight, a Breaksword, it can be freaking Quantum, the Quantum guy, yeah. So it's just a good engine. Oh, and Levier, of course, because Levier is freaking awesome. 3 Brilliant. I said already that we're playing the engine, so yeah. 2 Trade-In, because Trade-In is really damn good. It allows you to discard, like, if you discard, Block Dragon with this, it's, like, you're just getting 2 free cards, basically. You're getting a +1, because Block Dragon in the graveyard is the same thing as having it in your hand. So, yeah, Trade-In is really good in this deck, so that's why I'm playing it. And you're playing a lot of level 8s. I think the total amount is 7, so that's pretty high for normal. 2 Pot of Acquisitiveness. You banish a lot of stuff. Block Dragon and Berserkion all banish. Recycling these resources is really good. Plus, you can recycle your Lapis. So, for example, if you already made your Zirconia, and your Lapis and your Lazuli are already in the grave, you can banish all 3, like for Block Dragon, activate this, shuffle them all back, and you get to draw a card, and then you're ready to activate Brilliant Fusion all over again. So this helps you with the recyclability, and it gets you draws. So all good. 1 Twin Twister. 1 Upstart, because 39 cards is pretty good. And we're playing 1 Imperial Order. This is the reason why another reason why I'm playing Speedroid engine, because this can hurt you. Obviously, I mean, negates all spells. The card's way too powerful not to play, so being able to make the Speedroid Terratop, summon, like, do this, the Terratop play, summon the, the Breaksword, pop a card on your opponent's side of the field, so now you can activate spells, and you get rid of one of your opponent's cards. So, Imperial Order, like, honestly, if you're playing the Speedroid engine, you should probably be playing this card, in my opinion, just because you have an easy out to it. For the extra deck, we are playing Zirconia because you're playing the Brilliant. It's a rock deck, so yeah, Zirconia is the best one for it, other than maybe Seraphonite, obviously. But this is a level 8, so it helps you with rank 8 plays, and he's also a big beater, so if you discard a spell for him, he shoots up to 2900, and that's pretty huge. Also, he's not affected by cards like Fiendish Chain or Fiendish Chain-like effects, so that prevent him from attacking because he's a normal monster. So that's just an added bonus, like, if you were wondering about that for whatever reason. 3 Gorgonic Guardian. This is probably one of the best rock-type monsters in the game. And this is where, like, the Fiendish Chain effect comes in. Fiendish Chain-like effect. But, basically, during either player's turn, I believe. Yeah. So, you can detach an Xyz Material card. Negate the effect of one monster on your opponent's side of the field and make their attack 0. You have to use 2 rock-type monsters to make him, which is unfortunate. Otherwise, it would be completely broken. But regardless, Gorgonic Guardian is really good. And then on your turn, you can pop 1 monster your opponent controls with 0 attack. So, it works really well on both turns. And it's pretty good against Zoo, too, actually. If they don't have a 10 key or they don't have the, Whip Tail underneath as material, then Gorgonic Guardian is actually pretty good. 1 Levier, because you banish a lot, so having this is good, and you can make it with Terratop. Grand Pulse, it's an out to this guy if your opponent has it, or you can make it and pop it yourself. I think so. Yeah, yep, you can target your own. And then Break Sword, another out to this if you already have it and you need to play, or it can just pop another card your opponent controls. So, like, you have multiple outs to your own Imperial Order in the case that you need it, and then you can also out your opponent's Imperial Order. Totem Bird, we're playing Speedroid Terratop. This is just another negate. I mean, it's a good card, so, and you're playing a Wind Engine, so why the hell not? Abyss Dweller, this is really good against Paleo. People seem to forget that. It's, like, the fact that, like, it stops all effects in the graveyard, and you really don't want to play Necro Valley in this deck because it stops you from banishing cards in your graveyard. So, and moving and using Block Dragon while it's in the graveyard as well. So, Abyss Dweller is just really, really good. 1 Karen Gorgon because Zoo. Giant Hand, this is another negate, and it's a rock, so you can it's a rock earth monster, so you can banish it for Block Dragon if necessary. So, it's, yeah. The Utopia package, because Utopia's stupid. And then, for your rank 8s, I'm playing 2. Playing Hope Harbinger, and I'm playing Lancelot, but I'm not playing the Seven Sins engine. Why? Because Lancelot's also a negate. People typically forget that. It can also attack directly for 2,000 while it has, Xyz material. So, yeah. And then when it deals damage, you can also target one monster they control and destroy it. So, like, Lancelot's a pretty good standalone card. People really seem to forget that. It's really surprising, actually. So, if they don't read the card, then you're kind of in an advantageous spot. And then Titanic Galaxy is a pretty good card as well, obviously. So, with that, guys, thank you guys for watching this deck profile. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And, as always, guys, have a nice day.